Morning, everyone. Well, obviously it's been kind of a strange, difficult week. Just a few things. Due to Friday's statement from Bishop Malloy and Thursday's Illinois press conference, as well as statements from our nation, all parish activities, including religious education, youth ministry, adult faith formation, retreats, classes, meetings, are canceled until further notice, at least till the end of the month, it sounds like. The only exceptions right now are we will still collect food for the next Hesed House dinner, and Hesed House has got all kinds of precautions they are putting in place every day. So we'll definitely collect food, and if people here are willing to serve, that would be wonderful too. And we'll still obviously continue our monthly food pantry collections. We will continue to have daily and weekend masses, Eucharistic adoration on Wednesdays, and Eucharistic adoration and Stations of the Cross on Fridays. And the parish will retain its normal office hours, so as always, the church will be open for private prayer during those hours. In regards to Mass, we do ask you to be mindful and respectful of the following guidelines. We will not be distributing communion on the tongue until further notice. We will continue to suspend communion from the cup. We ask that people try to refrain from holding hands during the Lord's Prayer. We ask that people refrain from shaking hands before and after Mass, as well as during the sign of peace. As one priest said last week, which I thought was good, at the sign of peace, he said, extend your heart, not your hands. So verbal greetings certainly work very well and are very appropriate. We will be suspending coffee and donuts after morning masses until the fall. But we will not be turning off the baptismal holy water font because it's recirculating water that goes through a filter and doesn't become stagnant. And the extraordinary ministers of Eucharist have agreed to wash their hands with soap and water before serving communion, so that's an extra step. And not that we need it, but we added extra seating in the narthex if people want to space out. Not this way, but this way. Please note that Bishop Malloy has given a general dispensation to anyone and everyone who does not feel comfortable being in a public setting for at least the next 3 weekends. I think it's obvious people already have focused on that. You may be aware that both the Archdiocese of Chicago and the Diocese of Joliet, our neighboring dioceses, have both canceled all masses for at least this weekend. So if you're from those neighboring dioceses, we welcome you. These are very strange times, unprecedented events. I certainly in my lifetime cannot remember ever something like this. And many have said that the current situation will likely get worse before it gets better. So I think we just, it's good that we come together. Let's pray for calm. Let's pray that we can follow facts and hopefully collectively, individually and collectively, by following these guidelines, will make a big difference in the next weeks and months ahead. Let's also pray that common sense, correct information, and God's healing hands will deliver us from this present darkness to a far brighter time and space. Is now the time to panic and hoard things? I know our faith does not call us to do that. Is now the time to double down on caring for one another, especially those that are most vulnerable? I'm sure our faith does call us to do that. So let's pray that those things happen. And on an entirely different note, more of a normal business thing, this weekend is also the weekend of one of the diocesan appeals, the international appeal. So if you are from this diocese and you got that envelope in the mail and brought it, that will be a second collection after communion. Thank you.